Hi, my name is Brady Van Kira, and I am here to tell you about how I managed to become the 2011 Class B state golf champion here in Nebraska. I will first give you a little background information on how I fell in love with the game of golf. These are my parents, Lyle and Jackie. They are die-hard golfers and have put a golf club in my hand ever since the day that I could walk. They have given me every opportunity to be successful in the game of golf. They drove me to numerous summer tournaments to make sure that I was prepared when the high school season came around. They threw me into junior golf lessons at Quail Run Golf Course in Columbus when I was only 6 years old. We've been members at Quail Run for almost 15 years. I spent all summer playing and practicing there throughout high school and even spent some time working there as a cart boy. Another place that I grew up playing a lot of golf was at the Elks Country Club, also in Columbus, Nebraska. I eventually became an employee there in college and spent numerous hours playing and practicing when I wasn't working. The members there embraced me as if I was one of their own and had been there since I was 6 years old as well. This photo right here was from when I was a freshman in high school and qualified for the state tournament. It did not go as planned, but it gave me a great learning experiences to build off of for the future. As a sophomore, I went on to finish in 8th place at the state tournament. I was able to play in the final group on the second day, which was one of the most nerve-wracking rounds of my life. I was able to play with numerous guys who went on to play at the Division I level in college. It was a great experience for the future, and I greatly learned from it. It was at districts my junior year that I really thought I had turned a corner in my golf career. I shot an even par 72 that day, which was one of my lowest competitive rounds at the time. It was the best golf that I had ever played, but I found out that it happened a week too early. At state, I had really high expectations after I medaled as a sophomore, and I was also coming off the best competitive round I had ever had. I fell flat on my face and didn't even come close to earning a medal. It was such a disappointment at the time, but also a great learning experience. Even after my disappointment at state, I found myself in a position to play golf in college. Prior to my senior season, I signed to play golf at Bellevue University. It was their inaugural year having a golf program. I played there for one semester before transferring to Midland University in Fremont. I struggled mightily to start my senior year. The turning point was at the Lakeview Invite when I won a playoff over one of my future teammates and current best friends to take home my first victory of the year. This is when the pressure of being great my senior year came off of me. 1 week later in Hooper, Nebraska, I played my best golf of the year to that point. But over the last 3 holes, I managed to give up a 3-shot lead and finish in 3rd place. Even though it didn't end with a victory, my confidence grew and I carried that over for the rest of the season. The following week, we had our conference tournament. The confidence in my game really shined over the last 9 holes of this tournament, and it led me to victory. There was some adversity, though, because I had 2 clubs break during the round right before districts. I ended up having to order a new set of irons right before districts. At conference, our team also finished in 2nd place, which gave everyone the excitement that we could qualify for state as a team. We had a few young kids that finally started to believe in themselves and play like everyone knew they could. It was an exciting time for the SCOTUS golf team. At districts, I was playing well until I got to the 17th hole. As you can see, I found the trees on my tee shot, and I ended up taking a couple shots to get out of the trees and finished with a double bogey on the hole. My coach told me at that time that I was tied for the lead. On the 18th hole, I hit a perfect tee shot right down the middle of the fairway. This photo was taken during the 2nd shot on that hole. It was one of the best shots that I had hit on the day, and it resulted in me being about 15 feet from the hole with a chance to make a putt for the win. After I read the putt, I stood over the putt with a confidence that I had never felt before. When I saw the putt go in, my emotions got the best of me, and I threw a big fist pump because I realized that I had won a district championship for the second year in a row. Now I am competing in my last high school golf tournament. I was in the final group with two guys who ended up playing at Division I schools. The state tournament is supposed to be a 2-day event. Prior to day one, we were in a delay because of an inch of rain that had fell during the morning. On the first day, I played extremely well. I ended up shooting a 70, which at the time was my lowest competitive round ever, and it gave me a 3-shot lead going into the last day. I was so nervous after the round because I knew that I had 18 holes left between me and a state title, and everyone was coming for me. Overnight, Mother Nature kept me up all night long. I slept for maybe an hour between the lightning, the thunder, and the nerves of having to go and win a state tournament. I stared out the window watching the rain fall, trying to guess how much rain there was. It turned out that Kearney got over 5 inches of rain that evening. After all of the rain, the course was left unplayable for day 2 of the state tournament. In an anticlimactic ending, I was declared the 2011 Nebraska Class B state golf champion. Even though it wasn't how I drew it up, there wasn't any better result to the end of my high school golf career.